to that point, there are a lot of channels where everything's kind of baked in ahead of time. And if you're not in one of those channels, I mean, and I know that because I am one of those channels in some ways. I mean, I had an undergraduate intern, and I'm doing more of that now because once again, everything is pushed so early now. But I had an intern last summer from Sanford, from my alma mater, and she's now going to Notre Dame Law. And I've already helped her line up a summer internship with a federal appellate judge after her first year. She hasn't even completed a semester. But that's just a small example, but that happens all the time. And those relationships in your first year if you get the right professor, I advise people, look, obviously you can only have so much control over who, your first year professors are, but I will say to folks, okay, you're going to this school. These are the professors that feed to federal appellate judges. And then you've got federal appellate judges that feed. You've got state intermediate appellate judges that are feeding to federal appellate judges. And so there are all of these outside of LAP, outside of career services at law school. There are all of these different ways that, some of it's just happenstance or luck, or you happen to know somebody and they take an interest in you. So it really is a process that is, if you're not familiar with it, that's why I think it's so important to educate, as he was just saying, to educate as soon as possible what this process is like. I mean, and I'm happy, to do Zoom calls with all of y'all or with whoever we need to do to get that, because I didn't come from a family of lawyers. I had to kind of learn all of this stuff on my own, and I benefited from the fact that people would pull me aside and say, hey, I think you really ought to do this. You ought to clerk. So I know what that's like to be lucky enough, but not everyone's fortunate enough to kind of stumble into the right, the right person who's going to put you in a better position to have a better opportunity to get a clerkship.